Hey, welcome to Meet the Shoe podcast, Shackle History Unleashed. I'm Sade,
I'm Nina.
and this is our Wednesday edition. So, guys, guess what? The last Wednesday of the year, 2023, is finna be over with.
It's
Oh my God.
gone. It's
Oh my
gone.
God. It just went so fast. This year
It
went so
did.
fast. Oh my
Very
God.
much so. Very, very,
Uh,
very much so.
So, um, Monday was Christmas, which was the a day it was kind of odd because it landed on a Monday.
Yeah, real quiet, real calm.
Yeah, it was very calm.
The
I
kids,
mean,
did your kids expect gifts? Because a lot of people that I talked to, they said
yes,
the kids didn't
they
expect no gifts. They didn't want no gifts. All they wanted was money and Christmas
money, right?
cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted money and Christmas
Exactly.
cards. So
Hmm. So that was a good thing. It was kind of laid back, and we ate, and
kind of
that
cheap.
was it.
A
Love our
little
food.
discounted this year, huh?
Exactly. Thank goodness. Yes. So we want to go into the story of a 23-year-old mother.
Uh-huh.
And she has her own set of kids. She has a 6-year-old and a 10-month-old.
Uh-huh.
So her younger brothers, which are 14 and 15 years old,
Mm-hmm.
all went shopping with her mother. So it was her two brothers that's 14 and 15,
Mm-hmm.
and her children and their mother, right?
Okay.
So they're at the store, and one of the boys get jealous because the older brother is getting more gifts than him.
Mm.
Yeah, he got
Okay. That usually happens though. That's not
right.
unusual.
Yeah, but why would you get so mad that you kill your sister?
I mean, I'm not laughing at him killing his sister.
Mm,
I'm just like, it's hard to when a kid already has jealousy in their spirit, it automatically is hard when it brings friction amongst the other siblings. Now, I can only speak for that because I'm an only child, but
right.
from my mom. But I have siblings from my dad, and just having three kids, there's always a competition,
Right.
always
Hmm.
conflict. It's always you pick them over me. You have to balance your time. You know what I'm saying? You have to always be available individually for each
Yeah.
child. You can't.
Yes.
You can't. Whenever you try to make a group setting,
Hmm.
it's gonna be it's gonna always be a fight for who's trying to prove the point first.
Right. Or
Um
who's trying to get the most attention?
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't. I don't think I have that problem with my children, but they may say, "Oh, you have a favorite, or you got this," and that." I'm like, "No, I don't have any favorites. All of
Mhm.
y'all the same to me, you know." But
Right.
hey, who's to say? I'm not sure, but it's a sad case that you would kill your sister,
Mhm.
because you felt that your older brother was getting more gifts. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to this young man. He did get locked up,
Yep.
but he's in juvenile.
Mhm.
We don't know if they're going to charge him as an adult. What do you think? You think they're going to charge him as an adult
He
since
was
he's
14, right?
right? Yeah,
Um, it depends on what's in Houston, right?
New York. Wait, no, it happened in Florida.
Okay, in Florida. Okay.
This particular crime happened in Florida.
Okay. Well, their laws down there are pretty strict anyway when it comes to people of color of any kind, and especially
Hmm.
when it's a violent act. Now, if it if there's any, I guess, mitigating circumstances due to the point it was is that would that be considered a passion crime?
It shouldn't. No, not at all. Mm-mm. No, and his name is Demarcus, the
Okay.
13-year-old that allegedly um, killed his sister. He shot her in the chest with a
Whoa.
40
Whoa.
caliber handgun. Where did he get this gun from?
Yeah, so whoever is the owner of the gun is gonna get in trouble. If they go to jail or not, I'm not sure, but they're gonna get in trouble. And
Yeah,
then,
but
why
but
at the time? What? I don't understand. There still has to be. There's some pieces missing here for
yeah,
what
because
led up to the argument. It was an argument, and then
right. But you know what? It gets even deeper. It gets even just uglier that DeMarcus shot his sister with the 40.
Uh-huh.
He runs outside, and Darkus, the other brother, ended up going outside the residence and shot DeMarcus in the stomach.
Oh, so the shooter got shot too.
Yes. So while
Okay.
all this was going on, the baby was in the carrier and wasn't the baby. It was a little baby in the little carriage. So the
Okay.
baby's okay, but I mean, it's just mayhem. Christmas. I mean, you're supposed to be happy no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But really, kind, loving. Whatever
It
you
seems,
get should be a plus. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be
yeah.
upset over certain things, especially a gift.
It seems like there was a little neglect there be prior to the holidays. There had to be something brewing before that even happened for the
Yeah.
child to even think that it was okay to grab a gun to
Mm,
use that as a defense mechanism, especially amongst your own family,
mm, mm,
right?
mm, mm.
So, in when it comes to how they're going to break it down or how he'll be charged, I guess we'll, later next year we'll be able to give an update on this situation
Right.
because um
Because the
right
other
now
brother's
the
locked up.
story is still unfolding.
Right, the
It's
15-year-old is locked up as well. They're trying to see if they're going to charge him with attempted murder.
happening. Okay.
With shooting his
Um,
brother in the stomach.
I don't think so
Ugh.
because it just happened at the time. You know what I'm
Now
saying? It wasn't.
his maybe should be a crime of passion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. His will be
The
a
other
crime of
little
passion
brother.
because it happened like right at the time, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he has a little more wiggle room of getting out of his situation because he was defending,
Yes,
right?
defending his. Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the attorneys will say things like, he had to protect the what was the older sister, right?
Right.
And then protect the baby in the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there was anybody else in the house that, he and to protect himself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Why was there
Yeah.
so many guns around though?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
That's
that's a little different. I mean, it is Florida, right?
mm-hmm.
And their laws are way totally different than it is up here up
I
north.
wonder how old they can you but I don't know, it's certain guns they probably can have. I think you can have like a hunting gun and stuff like that at
Mhm.
12, 13, 14 years old, but I'm not sure about uh 40 millimeter caliber gun. I don't know how they're ending up with all these guns in their hands at the age of 14 and 15 years old.
Yeah, there's people here that know how to shoot since they were 12 and 13 years old as well. So,
Hmm.
that's taught a lot in a lot of households, how to defend at five,
Yeah.
6 years old. There's some little bitty kids that know how to handle guns better than adults.
Yeah. Yes, for
So
sure.
I guess it's your environment and what goes on in your house, as long as the guns I guess were registered,
Right.
maybe the
Hmm.
owners probably won't get into any trouble, but I just would like to know why his first thought was to grab a gun and kill. I
Don't
don't know.
we won't know.
Well, we'll unfold this story later on next year.
Yes, most definitely. Um,
Prayers and shouts out to the people
the
that
family
lost
involved.
their sister. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Um, remember that story we are talking about a young lady, it was some years ago,
Hmm.
ended up going to prison because her and the boyfriend killed her mother because the mother had Munchausen disease or hypochondriac, where she had her daughter saying her daughter was always sick,
Okay.
said she had leukemia, said
Mm.
she had MS. So her
Okay.
daughter was in a wheelchair
Mhm.
most of her life. Her
Okay.
daughter was getting a feeding tube that she did not need.
Hmm.
It's just a lot of things she put this young lady through from as a child all the way up to like 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
So Gia Rose, Gigi Rose,
Okay.
she will be if she's not released today, she'll be released tomorrow from Missouri State Prison.
Okay. How much time did she do?
She did about 8 years in prison.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's because what her mother. I think the mitigating factors of what
Okay.
surrounded the everything, the situation. Her mother was making her sick when she wasn't.
Oh.
She was getting monetary gain and other things, saying her daughter was sick. They
Okay.
even got a new house due to her daughter being so supposedly sick.
Oh.
People funding her money, nonprofits giving this lady stuff, and she continued with the lie.
Okay. Okay.
And the only reason why they found out it was a lie, the little girl found out she wasn't sick. She
Hmm.
met a young guy at a costume party. It's almost like a Marvel thing because she like, dressing up in as cartoon character. She met this young guy, and the young guy was like, I'm quite sure he was saying, you're not sick, nothing's wrong with you. Saying she
Right.
got up and walked and everything, and she knew she could walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm
She
like,
didn't know all that time, girl. She didn't know she could walk. Her mom was telling her that, and she didn't
drugging
sit there
her.
and
She was
try.
drugging her. Her mom was drugging her with drugs. She give her pills every morning,
Okay.
where you feeling numb and you don't feel like moving. That's the like relaxation med she was giving her, so she could. It's not funny, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Okay,
she
but so
now.
so so the mother used the sick and terminally or well, ill to gain to financially gain to take care of the house or to buy a house.
Yes.
Or,
Hmm.
hmm. Yeah, that's some form of fraud.
Yeah. So the boyfriend wanted her to get away from her mom, and they go into the home and he kills the mother. Wow.
Mm.
Gia Rose was in the
Mhm.
bathroom hiding in the closet or something like that.
So why did she go to jail? Was it premeditation?
It considered premeditation, yeah, because he got life.
Okay.
He got life.
All right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
he was out of line.
yeah, he
He
took
definitely he
he took the
definitely
authority.
was out of line because I mean I'm assuming his when he's met her, he looked at her as a form of a lick too, and it didn't turn out that way.
Baby,
Because why would he his intentions would be to kill her mom?
because he cared about the girl. The mother didn't, I don't think, wanted her to be dating him,
Okay, all right,
and he really liked the girl,
okay.
and they got to liking each other. Young love, 17.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You have to go watch the movie. It's pretty
Oh, and they
interesting.
made it. What is this? A Lifetime movie?
It was on Lifetime, but it's a movie. Yeah.
Oh, so
Hmm.
it's at the theaters.
Well, from years ago. It's an old movie. They
Okay,
made that movie probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little longer than that.
okay.
Yeah. And her name is Gypsy Rose. They call her Gypsy
Gypsy
Rose. I
Rose.
say
Wow.
Gypsy Rose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. How old was she?
Oh, she was 17, 18 when she got locked up.
Okay.
So she's in her 30s, maybe 20. She's in her 30s now, or be 30.
Okay.
So she must have didn't get locked up for a little longer because her mom always lied about her age.
Mm.
She said
Okay.
she was younger than what she was.
Okay.
So when she came on her menstrual, her mom made it seem like she was just sick. It wasn't a menstrual because
What?
she's too young to have that.
Bizarre, bizarre, bizarre.
Very bizarre.
Yeah, like what is that? Oh
Yeah.
man. I
It'll
don't
be
know. It seems like more and more as time goes on, it's just stories and people are getting weirder and weirder.
yes, it'll be so interesting to hear her story when she hits
Yeah.
the streets.
Yeah,
Just
she's
to
gonna be
hear.
there. She's gonna be lined up for, I'm pretty sure, millions of podcasts. There's so many
Oh yes.
people coming up with podcasts now. Everybody thinks that they can do it and don't think it's any work into it.
Right. Right.
But really, it's like a journalist job. You have to do a lot of research and pick apart all the stories. You know what I'm saying that you're
Right.
even speaking of, because somebody somewhere they have this world where you could sue for anything, sue for saying everything, and all the emotions that people have nowadays.
Right. Right.
Everybody moves with emotions. You
Okay.
can, but you want to be this boisterous, talk. You want to get on here and say everything, but then you get sensitive when, things don't swing your way, I guess.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my
I seen that Tony Yayo was talking about he's about to do a podcast. That's gonna be interesting to watch,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's talking about how what happens to the loyal guy, right? The guy that's saying so loyal to the big person that's on the the big superstar that's on the side, the people, the little people, right?
Right.
What's the stress and the daily struggles of being, that person that you're being loyal to somebody that's, above you. So
Okay.
I guess
Mm-hmm.
he'll probably talk about a lot of that and amongst a lot of other things. He was talking about a
Mm-hmm.
foundation and all of that he's gonna start, and that
Okay.
he's not gonna try to get people to be like, I guess, Bucks and Banks to be friends with 50 Cent. They ultimately have to do that on their own.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna stay in his lane,
All right.
mind his business, so he could keep his relationship with his brother friend.
Okay. I know that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lastly, we have the story. Yes, tonight we'll be shortening it up. It's the end of 2023, and it's been a long, stressful year.
Yes, it
It
has.
went by real fast, like you said. There was a lady for Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, with all these things that's happening for just this one holiday, right? Being of so important. Um, it's a woman online that it was a big story within the last 24 hours. She was in a relationship with a guy for 4 years.
Okay.
The guy had a son, that the son was a big son, like maybe 14, 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He had money, so he bought his son like one of the top-notch computers.
Okay.
So the girlfriend was like, "Yo, can I get the computer that you have at your house for my son, cuz my son is 9." He's like, "Oh yeah, I got you." Yeah. She's like, "Okay, well, where's the box and stuff?" She had the box and stuff still, because this child is spoiled, right? This man, and he can do that for his son, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, I'm trying to laugh, but it's really a cry, right? So
Right.
so they were invited to an event together. When I get to the event, she's like, "Hey, I'm preparing the tape, but preparing a tree for him.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the computer so I can put it in a box, clean it up, clean it out real good, make it look brand new, right? Because this is all he wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe it's some type of gaming computer or something. You can play games on it, right? Being an adult, her son is 9. His son's
Right.
like 14, 15. So him buying him the brand spank new computer that came out this year, he don't care about that old one. He forgot about it, right? So that was
Right.
her point. He said, "Yes, babe, you can have it, whatever." So when they were getting prepared for this dinner party, she's like, "Okay, hey, honey, where's the computer at?" He goes, well, um, I mean, I decided not to give it to him. So immediately she's on defense mode. She start attacking like, bleep bleep. It's about to be Christmas in a few
Right.
hours. You playing these games because it's on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
And she's like, "So you not for real? You gonna not give it to me?" So she just dismissed it. They went to this party together. Now all this time while she with him to get to this party, well, amongst family and friends, you
right.
know that he's bringing her, because she's a nice looking woman. So he's showing her off, right? We've been together
Right.
4 years. We going to this party. She's thinking like, damn, I don't have no gift for my son, because it's this big computer that's over $1,000. He didn't want nothing else, and that was good for her. She didn't have to buy nothing, right?
Right.
So they get home, they get into her house. She's like, and when they get there, she's thinking he's playing her. Like, girl, I wouldn't do that because she's like, he loves
Right.
my son. He wouldn't do that to my child.
Right.
Right? Honey, she said, so she's fixing the table up again. Now they made it back home. She's fixing the table up. She's fixing the tree up. She's getting the box together. and he blatantly tells her like, I don't know what you doing all that for, cause it ain't gonna be no computer up in there.
Ugh,
So she turned to him, and she went crazy on him.
what?
Snapped on him like, how dare you play me? Like, you gonna do this to my child? So my thing was, she didn't elaborate on if they got into an actual fist fight, because that would have been a fight. I would have been
Right.
scratching his eyes out, fighting, kicking, screaming. But I mean,
Okay.
what man? But for real, just even if he was telling her, because everybody in the comments had their opinions.
Right.
Oh, you knew before this happened. You've been with him 4 years. He was a sucker before this. They was going in on him like him.
Right.
He's not a good human being, right?
Right.
You want her to tell this story to other people about your character, even if she did something. The child didn't do nothing to you, but you
Right.
don't like this child enough that you would play this game like this. The lady can't even
Right.
go
That's
run
messed up.
and go buy a gift.
No.
If she can't even go run and buy gifts. So I say that to say, men and women, because hey, it's some women that's trifling like that too, and to do
Yeah.
some dirty stuff like that too. So it's not a man woman thing, it's about humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Character. Don't put nobody else in no position to be a judge of
Right.
what you're supposed to be responsible for. You
Exactly.
should have had a gift there anyway.
Right.
But and I'm gonna say that on his side, you should have, or devil's advocate, right? You should have had a gift anyway. Ain't no way on this earth you should not nothing. This is a
Okay.
child, this is a 9-year-old. You can't
And
tell
you've been
no
with
little
me,
kid that.
and you've been with me for 4 years.
And you've been with me for 4 years. So I say, anytime that you got history, let me back it up. You don't know nobody good enough, because a lot of people don't know themselves. They don't know what they might do the next second, right?
Right. Right.
So you don't know nobody well enough to say, "Oh, he wouldn't do that." You feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm.
mind and your heart speaking together is saying, "Oh,
Yes.
he ain't playing. Oh, I ain't doing. He ain't going for that. She ain't going for that. She ain't doing that. She ain't this that." He
Mm-hmm.
told you, "F you."
Right.
He dissed your kid for
Mm-mm.
nothing though.
For nothing.
He didn't have
Baby.
no heart to even think. I
Woo.
love kids. I love your son. I've been around your son 4 years. I love you. That is the
Exactly.
most highest form of disrespect. You disrespect the man's mama, because you know how the man love their mama now. Don't
Right.
say that about their mama now. You just steer right on over. Even if you don't agree with my mama say, he would never know that. You get over there and get in your lane, stay in your
Right.
place, right?
Exactly. Be
You
respectful.
don't disrespect their mom or their children. And then
Ooh.
you might have a little slight argument if you have disagreement with the child.
Right.
You don't have no disagreement with the mama. You just be quiet. You just mind your
Mm-hmm.
business like you do your own mama, right? You
Mm-hmm.
just you just take the licking.
Yeah.
But to do that to her, and then he has his own son. I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
I only have daughters, right? But
Mm-hmm.
my friends, everybody laugh that I always say, if I would have had a son, I already know I'd have been an ignorant mama. It's in the world. I would have been the mama that, oh, that ain't my son's baby. Oh, that's his baby. Oh, well,
Yeah.
we're going to take you to court. You're going to go to jail. I would have been outside fighting with my son in the grass. They'd have been talking about, hey, get that lady. I'm going to get your
I
mama before
know,
I get you, because she running down the street with the pistol and all of that stuff. Like, I would have been that
right.
mama, right, about my son. So I admire that about women that
Okay. Okay.
love their sons. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I respect that. I like watching it, because that's
Mm-hmm.
real love, right? When you see a
Mm-hmm.
mother that loves her boys,
Yeah.
right? And for her, I could see it in her. I could go through the internet and give her a hug, that she cried, her whole face
Wow.
was red. And it's like, first of all, I'm disappointed that I gotta tell my son he
That
don't
I
get
don't have a
a
gift
Christmas
for
gift
him.
tomorrow. Then I gotta tell him, I'm gonna tell him the real story, because it ain't mama's fault.
Exactly.
You want to get up the hot seat, right? He
Mm-hmm.
said he was gonna give it to you. He was gonna buy it for you. He didn't, so he can be mad at him and not at me.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
That's
then
how.
I'm gonna be mad at my boyfriend. That's not my boyfriend no more.
Right. It's
Shutting
done.
him out, shutting him down, closing him out altogether, right?
Exactly.
And then I gotta sit
Mhm.
back and watch you done about your kid, this
Oh,
big, beautiful, updated, brand spanking new computer that the adults can't even afford.
yeah. He bogus.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, that was some
He
dirty dog.
bogus.
That was
Yep.
some dirty dog right there.
Mm-mm-mm.
That was dirty.
He did a dirty.
What a way to end 2023, y'all.
Yes.
What a way to end that. Now, for real. Mm-mm.
So guess we'll see you guys
Next
live next
year.
Sunday.
Yes, we'll see you next year.